First vlog. Okay, so I just did Ubering for tonight. I made about $120, maybe a little bit more, and that's really good. And Uriah and I are about to hang out. We're gonna do Uber, so he's just gonna like be in the passenger seat while I drive around. I don't know like what to think because I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to hang out with him because I finally get to be in person with him and get his vibe and like what he stands for and stuff, right? And I know he doesn't want a relationship right now, so he better not try anything sexual because I'm not doing anything unless there's more intentions to it and that he wants an actual relationship and to put in effort and stuff. I'm not doing anything sexual tonight because I'm keeping up with my self-respect, okay? I'm keeping up with my own standards, okay? I am gonna be a strong, independent woman and be friends with him, okay? So we're not gonna do anything freaky deaky, okay? I can promise you that. I'm not having sex tonight, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not having sex. But I will talk to you guys later, and I'll update you guys. But yeah, that's my first update, so bye. Okay, so update. We're still hanging out. I went home. I'm here at my house to take a bathroom break because it's like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Nothing's open. I'm wearing his hoodie. We haven't done anything, guys. I'm so proud of myself. We haven't kissed. We haven't had sex. We haven't even cuddled yet. Our faces do get close sometimes, and I can tell he wants to kiss me, but he hasn't done it yet. And at this point, it's gone so well. He wants to keep hanging out. There's nothing that's being promised, and he still wants to hang out with me. He's waiting outside right now, so I feel bad. I should probably go outside, and we're gonna probably drive back to like the Publix parking lot and just watch TikToks and like we've been doing. I think we're gonna stay up to get Chick-fil-A, which opens at 6 a.m. That's why we're still awake and we're still staying up. But I keep asking him, I said, do you want to go home? He said no. Do you want me to go home? And I was like, no. So it's going really good. He's really nice. He's a really sweet guy. He's really funny. He's very, very goofy and very nerdy. He's a certified nerd. Nerd alert. Yeah. So that's my update. I just got home about 10 minutes ago. We both didn't sleep. We hung out all night. We didn't have sex. We didn't kiss. We did cuddle a little bit at one point. Highlight of my night. Definitely gonna be doing it again. I hope he likes me, and I know he likes me, but I hope he wants to try for a relationship. I'm a retainer and now, sorry. I just really care for him, and I really enjoy spending time with him. Next time I'd want to kiss him, at least a little bit. I don't know. But I am proud. Like, the thing that makes me happy though is that he didn't try. Like, even when we were cuddling, I was straddling him in the passenger seat. Like, he was sitting in the passenger seat and I was straddling him. And he was like hugging me. Even when my shirt rode up and all that kind of stuff, he pulled it down and just kept hugging me, and he was caressing me. He was like touching my face, and like he's just amazing. It was just such a nice moment, and I was overthinking so much because we had fallen asleep around 6:15 a.m. and we woke up around 7, I think. And we both were just disoriented. I was so confused as to what was going on. It felt like he wanted to leave so bad, and I was like, do you want me to take you home? And he said, yeah, please. And which logically makes sense. We are exhausted. We did not sleep all last night. But yeah, and then I gave him back his hoodie. I wanted to keep it, but I didn't want to like not ask. But then he took it back and he was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, I wanted to keep it. But yeah, it was a really amazing night, and I hope he wants more, and I hope this can turn into something really good for the both of us. Because Lord knows I'll be the most loyal bitch ever, and I'll show him how he deserves to be treated. And I hope that like if this does hopefully turn into something more, even though we had just ended it, Hopefully he continues to be a really nice gentleman like he has been. We know how men are sometimes. Sometimes they do a complete 180 and it just shocks you. But I really am happy. Last night, today, whatever you want to call it, I needed it. I needed just something. And it was really nice. Every time I asked him if he wanted to go home, he was like, no. And I felt like he wanted to hang out with me, which is not a feeling I typically feel whenever hanging out with people I like, because normally I like people who don't like me. There was a really funny moment. So we were watching TikToks together. So basically I would like lean on him a little bit and he would watch TikToks and scroll. And one of the videos was like, this is what you're attracted to. And then it was mentally ill girls. And he sat there and he cracked up. He folded. He was laughing so hard. I was like, are you into mentally ill girls? Because he obviously follows my TikTok. So I thought that was funny. Hopefully he's talking about me or thinking about me and not some other bitch. I'll kill her. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. That was so uncalled for. I'm so sorry. He's a really nice gentleman, guys. Like, he's been a nice guy this entire time. It just sucks that he doesn't know what he wants. And I hope after last night he has a better idea. And that better idea is us being together forever and ever and ever. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm exhausted. I didn't take my meds last night because I would have fallen asleep a lot faster. And I get really nauseous whenever I don't sleep, and I'm really nauseous. So plus I want to text him, so I'm gonna go text him and go to bed. And I'll update you guys later, and I'll let you guys know if anything else happens, if I see him again, all this kind of stuff. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. So, bye. Hi, it's me with a terribly lit vlog. So I have not gotten much done today. I got my eyebrows and upper lip done, and then I was supposed to do so many other things, and I didn't do any of it because I don't know why. Today was just like a lay in bed all day type of thing. I also hate having a favorite person because I have this habit of just laying in bed waiting for them to text me. Like, I'll just wait in bed until they text me, and then they'll text me, and then I'll continue laying in bed for a response. It sucks. It's a terrible habit, but I get like terrible and I just get stuck because whenever I have so many things to do and then I don't have the will and energy to do it, I just stay in bed and I don't do any of it, and then I'm just stuck. But I am about to go to Walmart. I'm gonna buy a new bag because as much as I love this bag, I got it for free, but it only has one pocket, so like everything is just shoved in here, which I don't like. So I'm gonna see if I can find another bag that'll work better for me and that can hold all my stuff a little bit better. And then after I go to Walmart, I'm gonna go to Riley's house where Rhea and Riley are right now, because Riley's kind of going through it and I can't get any of my shit done tonight. Driving for Uber, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. And I was like, I either make no money and I lay in bed, or I make no money and I just go to Riley's house. So I'm gonna drive like an hour there. My nails need to be clipped bad, but I have my clipper in my bag. I'm gonna wait till I get to Riley's house, but my skin is sensitive because I got my eyebrows done and I scratched it and it was like, it hurts. But I did take a shower. I took a shower. No, I didn't wash my hair though, but I washed my body for a little bit. And then TMI, this is really TMI, okay? But all my life, I've had irritation down there where my cooch is, right? So the cooch, by like a little lesson, there's flaps. So like there's the lips and then there's flaps inside of your coochie. Sorry, this is so TMI. And I've always had fucking irritation. And like a year or two ago, I learned that if I numbed it down there, the irritation goes away. I've gone to 2 gynecologists about it. And both times I've been told it's normal. And I was like, okay, cool. But clearly this can't be normal because it just never stops and never goes away. Well, sometimes it goes away and then it comes back. So, like, I don't know what it is. There's no bumps down there. There's nothing. Maybe it's a little irritated. I don't know. But, like, the flap part, it feels like there's, like, a cut on it or something. And that's what's irritating. So anytime I numb it, the past few years, it works and it goes away. Like, right now I'm pretty solid. Like, I'm not feeling overly, I don't have to keep picking a wedgie down there because, yeah, I don't know if that's probably too TMI, but There is no such thing as TMI. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, so I numbed it. Now it feels better, so that's all I care about. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Riley's. I have to go to Walmart, and yeah, Uriah and I have not hung out since the last time I saw him, which is the other night. Not last night, I don't think, but the night before that. He's been busy, but it's okay. I just want to hang out with him so bad. I hate having a favorite person, and I don't know if I should tell him he's my favorite person. You know, like, I don't know if we're at that point where I even know it's gonna last, because we had literally just like ended it and now we're hanging out again, or we hung out for the first time, you know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what it's gonna turn into. So I don't want to tell him he's my favorite person before we even have a solidified idea of what we want, and then he's like, okay, you know, I don't want you, and I'm gonna be like, damn it. But I don't know, I need to tell him obviously, but like, do I? I just, all my thoughts, favorite person, and it's just like, oh my god, leave me alone. Love that for me. Love that for me. Well, I'm gonna go. You guys have a great night or a great day, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you in a second. Not for me, but for you. Bye. Okay, so story time. I just got Chick-fil-A, right? Because I want to eat lunch. And, why did they give me a bunch of honey mustard? I asked for honey roasted barbecue. Anyway, so I was in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and my food wasn't ready yet. And it was like a really cute guy. He was like sitting there handing out the food and stuff. Brown hair, blue eyes. Who the fuck wouldn't find that attractive or whatever, right? And so I'm jamming to my music. The food's not ready, so I'm just kind of sitting there awkwardly with my window down and him right there. And something, like, he had asked me something, or like he had made a joke or something, and then he was like laughing, and I didn't know what he said. So I said, oh, you're fine. And he's like, oh, so I'm fine, like double fine. And I was like, wait, what? So he had made a joke about how I said you're fine, and he took that at, like, he was joking as if I said, oh, you're attractive, you know, like, you're fine. And so we joked about that, and then we started making small talk, which I hate small talk. It literally is so awkward. But like, he was cute and he was attractive, and like, I don't know, I think he was flirting with me. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's the makeup. Maybe it's because I have makeup on, so now like boys flirt with me. But I don't want to be that bitch, you know, that thinks everybody's. I don't want to be that bitch that thinks everybody's flirting with them just because they're. Oh my god. Why is everybody pulling up next to me? Anyways, I don't want to be that bitch that thinks everybody's flirting with her just whenever they're being nice and like talking to them. But I think it was flirty. It was definitely flirty. I'm not delusional. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the signs I was reading. I'm interested in Uriah though, so it's okay. But he was definitely attractive. That's my story for now. Yeah, that's just what happened to me. I haven't flirted with the guy in a really long time, like, other than Uriah, obviously. I mean, I think I flirt with him, but I haven't had someone like flirt with me like that in a while. But again, I don't want to be that bitch. Like, I don't know if he was actually flirting with me or not, but I think he was flirting. Anyways, that's my update for now. I'm gonna do Uber Eats. I'm gonna eat my lunch, and yeah. Hi, it's me. So I just like started sobbing whenever I was driving because currently my best friend Haley is pregnant and I love her, but unfortunately she's in an abusive relationship and the boyfriend just isn't treating her the way she deserves to be treated. He's not treating her the way she deserves to be treated. Not only that, but she's pregnant now and he's being extremely just not there, you know. Like, she had her first ultrasound appointment this morning and he was supposed to go, but instead he stayed up all night till like 9 a.m. in the morning playing video games and then just didn't go. And I was just like, I'm sorry. And he got like a huge talk from her dad, all this kind of stuff, and I know she's overwhelmed. And I had this whole talk with her and I was explaining to her, like, she keeps for months have just been saying how he's gonna get better and how the baby's gonna help him get better, but I was telling her, like, tough love, babe. babies don't help relationships, they make them worse, especially abusive ones. And so that led to me thinking about my mom, because I was telling her about my like experiences of like all that kind of stuff. And right now my mom's in the hospital. I think she's okay, I'm not sure. I know she's scared because she doesn't like that kind of stuff. She doesn't like doctors. She has really bad anxiety. And you know, I've just been trying to decide how I feel, and like I feel like the reality of it, and I don't want to sound like a terrible person, I don't want people to think of me differently, but I feel like all I can feel is guilt. But not guilt that I didn't have a relationship with her, not guilt because I didn't text her, not guilt because I'm not there for her, but guilt because I'm not worried, I'm not scared, I don't really care, I guess. And not in like a terrible way, well, yeah, in a terrible way. I feel like I've dehumanized her in my mind in a sense, and that's what makes me feel guilty, is that I know she's still human, and no human really deserves to, like, you know, be scared in a hospital, get terrible treatment, all this kind of stuff. I think about this stuff in my mind. I always think about the worst case scenario, right? So like, what if she died? And that's always what I'm thinking about, like, in the worst case scenario, like, okay, if she dies, how will I feel? What will I regret not having a relationship with her? Will I be mad? Will I be sad? You know, will it be like, you know, in Shameless when they had a party after Monica died, you know? My mom hated me growing up. She hated me so much that my brain blocked out all the way she treated me. Anytime I even try to think about it or talk about it, I start to cry because my brain just has a really bad reaction to it. Because she hated me, and she treated me like shit, and she didn't hate my other sisters like she hated me. And I think that's the worst part, is I was just like, why me? I was the difficult one. I was the one always causing problems. I talked back, I defended myself, all this stuff. I wasn't like everybody else. I didn't let her get away with everything, I guess. I stood up to her. And I have some memories, and then a lot of them are wiped. You know, I get flashbacks of, it was weird whenever I had the memory of, like, we grew up, right? And we had a Wii. We all played the Wii. It was, like, fun, right? And we always had this one Wii remote that was shattered. So, like, the sensor part of it, like, it worked, but the sensor part was shattered, like glass. And I always wondered, at least, like, why was this Wii remote shattered? But I remembered that my mom threw it at me. Like, I was walking up the stairs, I think, at a house that we lived at in Georgia, and she threw it at me, and it hit the wall, and it missed me. And I tend to get really bad, like, you know, I have memories of her telling me, I wish I never gave birth to. She left the room after we fought, and a minute later came back, opened the door, looked me in the eyes, and said, I wish I never gave birth to you, and then walked back out. And people say things in the heat of the moment when they're angry, and sure, she was still angry, but it took her a minute. She came back, looked me in the eyes, and told me that, and walked away. And I feel like not a lot of times people weren't there to see it, you know, like, people didn't really witness it. My dad didn't really witness it, so they never really take it seriously, you know. I just feel really guilty because she treated me terribly. She really did. She was a terrible mom. She still kind of is, you know. My sisters, they have anxiety and like all these issues that are only going to manifest into worse things. And I see all my sisters worried about my mom in the group chats, and I don't feel the same way, I guess. And that makes me feel really guilty because, I don't know, and Erin, I know Erin's in no contact with her too, because Erin got it worse before I came along. I think Erin moved out before I became my mom's next target. Erin was the first, and I was the middle. Because I have 6 sisters. They're all my mom's. My mom had a baby every 2 years with my dad. Well, Erin, the first one, is actually not biologically my dad's baby, but she got adopted by him.
And my mom, obviously, whenever they got married, well, my mom had Aaron, and then my dad adopted Aaron whenever my dad and mom got married. Ugh, I did my makeup today. Why of all days am I crying? I've been crying like almost all day today. I've been really moody. I'm on my period. Oh God, I hate wearing makeup and crying because the water sticks to like your eyelashes. And you can't really like just rub it off because I also have eyeliner on. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's just how I feel, I guess. And I don't know, I guess I just don't have memory. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I can't really say because maybe my mom wasn't even all that bad and I'm making it up. But like, I don't know, I'm thinking I might call my sister Victoria. She's very understanding. She's like my idol, like my mentor. I might call Victoria, get her thoughts on it. I don't know, I just feel guilty talking about it because I sound like a shitty person, you know? Like, I obviously don't want her to die. I do want a relationship with her in the future. I want to have money and be able to get her help, and hopefully she'd be willing to do it, you know? I'll have a relationship with you if you get a psych evaluation, go to therapy, I'll pay. It just sucks whenever my other sisters weren't hated the way she hated me, so they don't to the same. Anyway, sorry I got cut off. They weren't hated the same way they didn't feel the same kind of hatred, so they don't really fully understand whenever I talk about my trauma or, you know, the illnesses I now have, and they don't understand the CPTSD part of it. And they have trauma. This is not me saying they don't have trauma. I'm just saying my mom, like, hated me. I don't know. I was just a child that she didn't like. Aaron would tell me how she would say, oh, she has what your grandfather has. My papa has schizophrenia. So I guess since I was a child, she was always like, she has what your father has, blah, blah, blah. And I was actually just autistic and nobody knew. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end it here and sorry for the boohoo powwow. Please don't think I'm a terrible person. This is just the way I think, I guess. I want to work on it. Obviously, I don't want to dehumanize her. I want to work on being able to humanize her again. I think the reason why I'm so big on like actions and accountability and holding myself accountable is because I don't want to be like my mom. Because I really truly don't understand the level of like, how can you be so unself-aware? Like, how can you be so ignorant when it comes to like the things you've done in your past? You know? Like, how can you just like feel as if you've never done anything wrong? You know? I don't know. So it just pisses me off that she never got any consequences for her actions. Physical assaults, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, neglect, which she did for all of us, all 7 of her children, and she never got in trouble for any of it. And that one time we talked to CPS, of course they didn't care. And I don't know, it's just such a weird idea, because I also feel like it's not my experience to talk about because I don't really truly remember it all that much. I feel like that's why I was crying, and I kept crying even more because I was like, the reason I'm crying is because the little girl inside me it's not healed. So she's still in there. That's so cringy, I'm sorry. But you know, that little girl who had to go through it all, that teenage girl that had to go through it all, just because she's, I guess, wiped from my memory, she's still like there, I guess. And anytime I try to talk about her, I cry because it's just a trigger. It's PTSD. I'm traumatized. The fuck was that? That was a sound. Yeah. I don't know, I'm sorry. This is a really pity party powwow. I'm doing Uber Eats right now. I'm working, making that money, you know. I'm also like really confused on what's going on with Uriah and if it's gonna work, and every time I get to actually finally cuddle a guy, it's always the last time. It always is a one-time thing, and then I have to wait months before it happens again, and I don't know. I just have a lot going through my head. I think my hypomanic episode's done because I've just been having a really shitty day. I don't know. But it's like whenever you feel the shift, you feel the loss of energy, you feel the loss of motivation, you feel the loss of drive, I guess. You lose that go, 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 and I'm back to like being stuck in bed all day and not wanting to work and not wanting to do anything, when before I was so excited, I was so passionate about my new schedule. And it's just so weird how like different you become whenever you're in and out of episodes, you know? I just hate being bipolar. It really sucks, because this is my reality for a really long time. And I thought I was getting better, and I am, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but in my mind it really, and I knew it wasn't true, but in my mind it truly felt like, oh, I'm never gonna be sad again, I'm never gonna be in a negative mindset ever again, I'm truly getting my life together. And it's like that happens every single time, and every single time you don't think it's gonna end, but it ends. I just hate being when the mental illness comes back, it just sucks, because now I'm back to being borderline, I'm back to being depressed, I'm back to being obsessed with a favorite person and agitated, and I'm on my period too. And if anybody else has nose piercings or double piercings, the most annoying thing about having nose piercings is whenever you need to like blow your nose and stuff, it's so inconvenient because you have to like work around them. Anyways, I'm going to I'm gonna eat my mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna continue to drive. And yeah, thanks for listening to my pity party powwow. Love you guys. All of my videos are in my car now. I am so sorry. Oh. I don't know. I guess this is kind of like the coming down from the high and such. I just feel like a failure. I feel like I'm go, go, go. I don't have time for myself really. And I feel like the reason I'm stressing is because all I want to do is hang out with Uriah. And that's really bad, because this is what happens whenever I get a new favorite person. This is exactly how it happened with Xavian. It's a guy that I really like. They're showing me signs that they like me back. But they never talk to me. They never text me. I'm always on the edge of when they're gonna text me next. Oh, I can't text them first. But then it's like this constant cycle of just like, is this gonna be like my toxic ex, or is this just a person who doesn't communicate much, or they're busy? And I don't know. I try not to take it personal, because he's a person too. His life doesn't revolve around me, and it shouldn't. I don't know. I'm doing social media, and then because I spent that night with him, the next day I was supposed to have my content day, and then I didn't, so now I'm completely behind schedule. And I feel like I'm not doing enough whilst doing so much, you know? Like, it's like working 2 full-time jobs, right? So I'm trying to do social media. I'm trying to get my YouTube videos out, my TikToks out, I'm posting on Instagram and YouTube Shorts and Facebook and like all these things to try to grow my brand, because this is gonna take time. You know, you gotta continue to do it every day, and eventually time will continue on and you'll grow. This is my makeup from yesterday. I haven't even taken it off. I don't know, it's just this idea that like, oh, is my air conditioning on? I'll turn it off for my video for a second. I don't know, I just feel stressed. I feel like the start of my day, I'm on my phone, I'm doing social media, I'm also shitting on myself for not doing enough, I'm not doing the things I need to do. And then the next half of the day, all I'm doing all day and night is driving for Uber. I don't know, now I'm dissociating now. Oh, but I'm not whining. I'm very thankful for the things I have. I was telling my friend Maddie this, that like, I'm very, very thankful. It's just, whenever you're playing the long road, it's like you have to put in so many hours and you're not really getting much back in the moment, but like, I know in the future it'll really pay off, you know? Hopefully at least. But it's like, I need to clean my car. My birthday is literally this weekend, or like on Monday. It's in 4 days. My birthday is in 4 days. I'm turning 20. I'm gonna be in my 20s. My 20s. That's not real. I am not here right now. Oh my god. This is why I was just stuck in bed. I was stuck in bed. I wasn't doing anything. And then I forced myself to get out of bed because I need to work. But I can't help it. I just get stuck. I don't know. I have my leftovers from IHOP. I don't know if those will actually get eaten or not. And then my purse. This is my purse, guys. I'm so fancy. I'm an adult. It's a super cheap purse from Walmart. Oh. I should be careful because my meds are empty. I need to go pick up my meds, which are gonna cost money. Money is the root of all evil. I need to shut the fuck up now. I'm sorry, guys. This is my makeup from yesterday. That's why it looks so beat up. Especially this end here. The glue I guess got stuck together or something. I feel nice with makeup on, though. Although it's really janky makeup because it's old, but... Bye. I forgot that today was Saturday and I have to edit Outliving My Diagnosis. And I'm just gonna film this for the outro. It's been a day, it's been a couple of days. So I don't know where to start. One, it's my sister's birthday today, Bella, February 4th. I'm so happy. She's amazing, she's beautiful, and she deserves the best. Mine is in 2 days. Mine is the 6th, hers is the 4th. So I'm turning 20 in a couple days, which is fucking whack. That's not real. Like, that's actually not real. I'm probably lying to you guys. That's not even, like, that's not a real thing. Like, that's not happening. That's weird. I'm probably gonna have to end it with Uriah again. And this time I'm just gonna block him on everything because I really like him and I think he likes me. You know, I have these really cute pictures of us and there's no way he's that fake, you know? Like, he's a good guy and I'm really gonna stick to that until he shows me proof. Otherwise, I split on him a lot. He doesn't text me. I don't get to talk to him. It's a lot like my relationship with Xavian, and there's a lot of parallels to him and Xavian too. Like, it's just scary. I don't want to get in another relationship like that. Like, the things I let Xavian like do to me, bro, like, I've been thinking back to that a couple of days ago, and now I understand though why someone would get angry about my videos I would make about Xavian, especially because I showed some of the things he would say and all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't want to show that as an example on the internet. Like, I didn't want to romanticize that relationship. It was just, to me, it was just, I couldn't leave. Like, I don't know why. I needed him, you know? And I just, God, I let him get away with so much. And I still, for a while, thought, no, he'll figure it out, he'll work out. But eventually, I literally knew. I knew I was in an abusive relationship, and the only reason I stayed was because I didn't want to leave. Because I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to live without him. It's not even like I was in denial. Like, no, I'll fix him. No, fuck that. I knew he was a shitty person for the last, like, maybe 2 years. Maybe last year for a solidified answer, but I really like Uriah though, and I think I just gotten too much, like I've gotten too crazy, and my symptoms are going freaking berserk, bro, because I have a new favorite person. He's like really solidifying as a favorite person. That's the only reason I'm being so annoying with like asking Uriah what he wants, because favorite person, for me at least, like I start to really go crazy and like actually batshit on myself is whenever it starts getting triggering and starts getting confusing and like bad and toxic. Like, I can be in a healthy relationship with someone, I think, if I really truly try and they try and we both put the effort, it can work. But so I try to communicate with him even though we're not like dating, but I think it's just annoying to him because he doesn't understand, or maybe he does, and I don't know. I'm just sad because I really like him. Wow, it's only been 3 minutes I've been talking. That's crazy. Yeah, what's the last thing? My car is squeaking now, so I think I have to get the brakes fixed, or the brake pads. Hopefully it's just the brake pads. But my birthday is in 2 days, and it's just like, can you have waited till after my birthday? You received a $4 tip. Hopefully I made 100. My goal is to make $100 every night, but because of my fucking breaks, I had to stop early at like 12 a.m. and that's still late. Something about my face looks weird, like I look dead. I talk with my eyebrows a lot. That's weird. Guys, okay, I'm gonna sound fucking crazy for a little bit. I'm sorry, don't mind me, but like, all I fucking think about is Uriah. Like, I remembered how this was with Matthias. I remember how this was with Xavian. This is the start of a really bad favorite person, of like a really bad attachment, I guess we could call it. Because favorite person, I'm talking about the person. I'm talking about the attachment part of it. That's detached from the person itself. It's just an obsession in itself. My schedule is so fucked because I'm back to laying in bed all day waiting for a response and a text message back. I'm stuck in bed, crippled in bed, thinking about him, thinking about what I've done wrong, why he hates me, thinking about why he's gonna drop me, why he doesn't want me, why I'm the worst person in the world, right? So those insecurities just come running back, even though I'm like trying to do this self-love journey. It's just like like tonight, whenever my car brakes were really squeaking bad and I knew I had to go home, I couldn't keep working, I literally was crying and I was so suicidal. I was just like, oh my god, I want to kill myself. I was thinking terrible things. Like, I was thinking about yelling at people and like telling people mean things. Like, in my head I was like having these scenarios where I was raging on someone. I was like, kill yourself, and then like I was like, oh my god, you, like, that's not me, like, don't say that. I don't know if that's bad. That is bad. I would never actually do it. But it's like literally those intrusive thoughts. Like this morning, sorry, trigger warning. Oh, this is really weird. But like I got a really vivid video in my head of my sister shooting herself in the face. Like, my intrusive thoughts were just like, you want to see this? Yes, you do. You don't have a choice. But yeah, sometimes you say the most fucked up things in your head. Sometimes it really just comes out and you're just like, oh. Well, in your head, you know what I mean? It just pops up. I have a burger left from McDonald's, so I'm happy. I also drove in Atlanta for the first time today, and I spent 3 hours trying to get in and out. Unintentionally. I did not mean to go to Atlanta or get an order in Atlanta, and it took me 3 hours. You know how much I got paid for it? Like $3. I would have met my goal so much quicker. Like, I would have gotten more than $100 tonight if I would have not gone to Atlanta. But it was a good experience. You know, I got to go for the first time by myself, and
all that stuff. I'm literally so happy because I was thinking about earlier how fake food all tastes good together. But like, I don't like to eat the pickles alone. I don't like to eat the onions alone, all that kind of stuff, because it just tastes fake. But if you eat all the fake food together, it tastes like a masterpiece. You hear that? I couldn't swallow. My body just went through the 7 stages of grief, bro. I need fucking Uriah to answer me. Ugh. I need to just end it because I texted him being like, hey, that conversation we had a week ago, is that still our decision to not get involved with each other? And I'm waiting for him to fucking respond, but this bitch has do not disturb on all day, every day. And I'm not gonna notify anyway because I don't want to be too crazy. Like, I don't want to like scare him away too fast. Yeah, he hasn't read it. I texted him. I'm so impatient at this point that like I want this to be over already and like my pain to be settled. And I said, hey, can you text me on iMessage real quick? And he hasn't answered that. He hasn't answered my message that I sent him fucking earlier. He's pissing me off. And like, I split on him so much. I split on him so frequently, which is just what happens, especially in the beginning ages. Every little thing will make me be like, nah, fuck this. I'm ending this before I get hurt. Like, fuck you. Like, I don't care. Clearly you don't give 2 shits about me, so fuck you. And then the next second I'm just like, wait, no, fuck. I need to make him stay. Maybe I need to just give him, I'll just fuck him. Like, I'll just suck his dick. Like, I'll just give in to him. I'll just give him whatever he wants. I need him. Like, I need him in my life. Like, I don't want to get left. That's all I hear all day. It's fucking exhausting. I like it better when I'm hypomanic because I don't hear that as much. I feel like I'm cured of everything. I've become the most positive, toxic person ever. I think I still am. I need to work on that. I feel like sometimes I lose touch of like situations, I guess. So I'll lose touch of reality and like I'll start sounding insensitive. Like I'll be comforting my best friend. I'll just be like, okay, just get better. Just get out of bed, you know? I don't say those things, but I feel like I start to think those things where I'm just like, oh, just get out of bed. And then I literally catch myself and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm losing touch. But now I'm humbled. I've been humbled all day today. I've been trying to repeat that phrase. I'm so lucky. Everything always works out for me. But I feel like ever since I started repeating that phrase, things have just gotten worse. But it's okay because I'm so lucky and things are always working out for me. I don't know how much I filmed this week. Hopefully I'll finally have a shorter episode. I want to show more, but recently nothing's been going on. But I also want my episodes shorter because I want people to actually watch them. Like, they're mostly for me, yes, but like, it would be nice if people also were able to see them and then I could talk to people about them and I got to talk to them on TikTok. Like, someone commented, I think it was Tina, pretty sure. They commented and they said something like, I feel like I just got spoiled watching this because I just finished your last episode on YouTube. And I was like, oh, because it was a video of me and Uriah hanging out on TikTok. But I had just posted my Outliving My Diagnosis, which was me talking about us ending things because we had just ended things. Life sucks. Anyways, they commented that being like, I feel like I'm spoiled. And I was like, oh my God, that's all I've ever wanted. Like, I want this to be an interactive science experiment. Like, I want my life, like, I posted on Instagram today, I said, if my whole life is not on the internet, then I'm failing. Because that's just how I feel. I don't know, that probably sounds bad. That's probably something I'm gonna get in trouble for saying. Like, I don't think it's in a bad thing. I genuinely just like the psychology behind it, right? So I've had eyes on me my whole life. So I start to think, do I act a certain way? Because do I actually have a personality, or am I always just acting for the camera? And I'm never mentally off camera, so am I ever actually not masking? Because even when I'm alone, I'm never alone, you know what I mean? So those are the things I think about, and I like the idea of people watching and people giving their opinions on my life in a sense, and then I get butthurt whenever I get negative opinions. But I don't know, like I said, like if I had a show, like you know how people have reality shows, but those are so fake. Like, those are so obviously fake. Like, I don't even want that kind of stupid drama that is just, like, annoying and you're just feeding this into young minds kind of shit. But, like, actual life. Like, tire troubles, interpersonal problems, not some lame fucking shit, you know? All of the nitty-gritty. Like, you're seeing everything that's going on in my mind. You are psychoanalyzing me. So that way scientists can like use me to pick apart my brain, and like maybe one day I'll like help scientists understand from these video messages. Like, I don't know, like these are just these things I think in my head and they sound ridiculous, but I've always loved content creation. I've always loved videos. I've always loved editing videos, bringing things to life, talking to people, like having a platform. Like I, before this, had an Instagram account called After Quotes, and I would post quotes from the book After by Anna Todd, and I got to like 25,000 followers on there, and it was my first time. I had like, I think when I was younger, I had a Jenna Ortega fan account and a Gabby Hanna fan account, like both at different times, but it was all the same account, I think. I'm not sure, I'll have to like double check that. But I just loved doing it. I did it every day. I treated it like a job. I posted daily. I made sure that I would stack quotes, that way I couldn't miss a day if I was feeling like more depressed or something, and all this stuff. And then one day I left to take a mental health break, and then turned out I was severely mentally ill, and that mental health day was gonna last forever. So I never got back to the account. After that day, I never posted again. I basically ghosted it, and there was like a lot of drama and like not the community. I was part of the community. I was kind of known, not like famous, not like Hessenators. They were huge. They had like 100,000, but like I had 24,000, and people like knew my content. I got recognized in a movie theater. It's okay. Oh, the days. I miss that. That was such a big part of my life. I have autism, and After by Anna Todd was probably one of my biggest special interests, I guess, in my life. You should see my copy of my book. It is wrecked, bro.
Did I just see you simping for a fictional character again? That isn't therapy. They don't exist. Stop reading your Wattpad stories and go get some real therapy.
I could tell you what page something was in the book. I could tell you what chapter. I could tell you what sentence. You ask me, hey Steph, what like scene was like Hardin and Tessa in the gym? Like, what was the scene for that in the book? And after we fell, and I think it's like 79 or something, or 80, or like I think those are I can't remember. Maybe when I'm editing this, if I'm editing this, get your book and go see, because I'm pretty sure those are the numbers. I don't know, but I was obsessed with this series. I had read it so many times. I knew the first book, especially inside and out. I've always been passionate about social media and like having my special interests and being able to just share it with everybody. And then whenever you grow a platform, you get to actually talk to people about your special interests. You don't have to like actively, this is gonna sound bad, but like you don't have to actively search people who like your niche. You literally just have them in your DMs, and you get to just get to have conversations with them. And that was such a good part of my life. It really did save my life. At one point in my life, like it was just so important. I carried that book with me everywhere. You know how people have like blankies whenever whenever they're younger? That was like my blankie. Like I was emotionally attached to my book, and it is so beaten up now because it was taken everywhere with me. Everywhere. Anyways,
It was such an important part of my life, and I do not regret getting this tattoo. It was my first tattoo. I drew it on myself for 2 years before I was able to get it, and it's my favorite. And sometimes I just look at it and I think that was such a needed part of my life. I met so many people through that fandom, you know, and it made me so happy. I love doing it. I was one of the younger ones too, but I would go live and like I would talk to people on lives, and like I've always gone live, and then I go live on TikTok now, and dude, I just miss those days. I felt so guilty because all I wanted to do was start posting again and be involved with the fandom again. People in my life would come to me whenever there would be news about After, and got my sister into it, but I don't know, and now it's just like I don't remember all the things I used to, you know, and I can't read anymore. I just can't seem to sit down and read. I feel like I have to work. If I'm not on social media, I have to be scrolling on social media all day, every day. What if I miss a comment? What if, like, all this kind of stuff? So I can't read because I'm just out of mind. When I'm watching TV, it's okay, I'm still on my phone. It's a literal addiction. Like, it's an addiction. It's bad. I want to be successful. And especially like with Mr. Beast talks about you have to put the work into it. Even though recently I haven't, because stupid Uriah messed me up on my schedule, on my routine, because I was supposed to have a self-care day, self-care day. Does that sound weird? Anyways, self-care day on Monday, and we had hung out all Sunday night, so basically into Monday morning. So I slept Monday afternoon, and then my whole schedule got messed up and all this, and it was so terrible. And now this week I have to get it back on track. I can't let it get off track. I can't. Not for a stupid man. I'm not that stupid. Anyways, I always love whenever I smoke. I feel better. I just feel happy. I feel like I can just talk about things and I smile, and it's been 20 minutes. I'm so gonna regret this. I'm gonna be like editing this video. I'm gonna be like, Stephanie, you stupid fucking bitch. This episode could have actually been like 40 minutes. You know, it's still long, but not as long. But now it's gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes. So to whoever's watched to this point and listened to me ramble about the stupidest things, I appreciate you. And I love you, and I should probably end it here because it's gonna be too long. But I hope you guys had an amazing week, and I hope our next week will be good. Hopefully I only need to change my brake pads and it'll only be like $1, because just life. And they'll be like, oh, it's your birthday this weekend, we'll just give it to you for free. And I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you're so sweet. I'm so lucky, and things always work out for me. Anyways, if you guys watched this far, comments. What do I say this time? If you got your dream pet, like, right, what pet would it be and what would their name be? So even if you can't think about what pet you want, or if you even want a pet, what would you name it if you did? Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you guys for watching. I love you. Bye.
Hope you liked my videos. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say as a YouTuber?